Hi guys. Different kind of video tonight, cause things happened, and yeah, wow. Um, so I imagine most of you don't even know who this is or who the man in the corner is. The young lady dressed like this. Her name is Amaru. She's a Twitch streamer. Um, and she was at TwitchCon recently, very recently. Like this happened today. I think now from this video to the other video, like 12 hours ago tops. Probably less than that, maybe 10. Um, due to due to the reality of poor security staffing and poor security management and terrible risk assessment, not by her. I'm talking about this the company Twitch, which Twitch has been. I was originally, honestly, this was supposed to be a streaming channel. I was supposed to post streams here. Supposed to be doing game streams and things like that. Charlie Kirk dying changed my life, and having watched the video of this young lady get sexually assaulted, this kind, sweet girl getting sexually assaulted. Thankfully, it wasn't anything super severe. Thankfully, she had security there. Um, the clip isn't that graphic, but like the man, if you have to really look at it, you could look up Emery assaulted at TwitchCon. And the man literally crosses security borders and lines, um, and comes up and grabs her by her shoulders and grabs her by her face and tries to kiss her, assaults her. Thank God there was a man there who stepped in and pushed him away. And then to see the fact that, and thank God that there was a video of this. Because if it wasn't for that video, this man would have gotten away, because apparently, as is clearly reviewed by a lot of people, the man in question was able to walk away. The Twitch security staff, her own security is not allowed to detain people, because her original security guard, who originally detained someone who tried to assault her at a previous con, got permanently banned from TwitchCon. And the reason why I'm making this video is because for a multitude of reasons, I guess. One, this kind of this shows the sad state of our world, and something that's been driving me honestly mad recently, and up a wall, which is the only way I can describe it is spatial awareness and self-interest. And if you know how to actually watch people and look at people, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're so self-focused because it comes back to us. Well, we're so focused and taught this in school, to be yourself, to think about yourself first, blah 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 blah, self 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 self, that you put the blinders on and you don't see anything, and you're not aware. You're so in your own little world that you're not physically present. And not only are you not physically present, then when things like this happens, a lot of the time people don't step up because they still have their blinders on. They may be watching the situation, but they don't step up. Thank God in this case someone did. I've been there twice in my life when people haven't. go into details. I'm not ready for that story yet. I just thank God that there was someone there to step in for this young lady. It's disgusting that it happened and that it got as close as it did to that level, because man, I've been there when it's gone a lot further. And I know what that's like. It's not fun, it's scary. And in this video, which I recommend giving a watch, it's her talking and like Asmon's reaction to it. He's a good friend of hers. They used to do a podcast together, and they worked together for several years, so they know each other pretty well, which is why I went to him for viewership on her, because I feel like I'm going to get a better perspective from him than I am anywhere else on this. So I just kind of had to make a little bit of a rambly video here on this, because this really does show the selfishness in the world right now. The man in question that did this to this woman was selfish, and the security being so uncaring were selfish. And uncaringness is selfishness. Thinking about yourself, not stepping in. And I also heard apparently that they were making jokes about it, which is disgusting. It sickens me that again this happened to this kind young lady. I've watched several streams. She's at least, from what I've seen, a very kind girl, and from the other streamers that I've watched and talked to her about her, a very kind and sweet girl. And I pray that something like this never happens to her again, because it's absolutely terrible. It shouldn't happen. And things like this happen because people are living their lives for themselves, and they're not living their lives for God. They're not living their lives as they should. The new mentality I have, and I call it, is I don't live for myself anymore. I live for what I can do for others. And how do I live for others? I don't need to care about myself. God will provide what I need. He will get me where I need to be when I need to be. And I hate this happened, because if more people lived like I just said, we wouldn't have this issue. Because this isn't the first time, sadly, that I've heard about things like this happening at a TwitchCon, or things like this happen. And I wanted to talk about this because, again, I truly, my heart goes out to Emeru, and it just, it sickens me, and I just needed to vent, I guess. And I really do hope that she's okay, and that most importantly of all, justice happens in this situation. What needs to happen now in this situation is justice. The man gets the justice that is due to him, and more importantly, honestly, Twitch gets the justice that's due to them for their awful, awful security. Because if you watch the video of what happened to her, and then you watch the other videos going around at the con and things like that, you'll quickly find out the inadequacy and the false claims that Twitch made about this. And I hate that that's allowed, and I will just say that I hate that that's allowed in our society. God tells me to hate sin. That's sinful behavior. So yes, I will say I hate that. I'm not hating people, I'm hating the actions taking place. And I will specify that. I hate the inadequacy that was taken at this con that allowed this sweet young lady to have that happen to her. And I'm not a big creator, but again, my heart and prayer goes out to her. My heart and prayers go out to anyone that's experienced things like this. And my prayer really is this: dear Lord, please start guiding people in your light and in your path. Take them away from this selfish mindset, these selfish blinders. Take them into your path. Make them live not for themselves, but live for what they can do for others, and live how they can best serve others. May this young lady's soul rest with you. May she find peace and comfort where she needs it after this incident. And maybe she's surrounded by those who support her and will help her through this. Because I know what it's like to go through this on your own. And I want no one to ever experience that again. But I know that your will is special. And that through all things that happen, you do good works. So in your name I pray, take of this evil and do good works from this evil, and make this evil be turned into something good and great, and make a mockery of the devil and what he has tried to do. Amen. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. Like and sub, and catch you later.